What's going on, guys? Alright, today we're going into Walmart right now to get some worms. The weather isn't looking too good today, so I'm hoping I can get some fishing in today. If not, I might have to come back tomorrow. I figured I would try a little spot not too far from the house. I don't really catch many fish there usually. I have, but I've never tried catfishing there with live bait. So today I would like to get some worms here from Walmart, and then we're gonna go there, put some lines in, and see what we can get. Now, the beginning of this video, the clips are not gonna be from right now. I'm actually gonna put clips in from Saturday night when we were catfishing in a different spot, but it'll be those clips and then whatever we get here. So wish me luck. I'm going to Walmart real quick. We'll be back out, and then we'll hit that spot, put some lines out, and see what happens. Alright guys, we are here catfishing today, and unfortunately, as me and Austin were setting up the GoPro looking at things, a fish just pulled his pole all the way into the water. So I think he's going to see if he can get it back now for a couple minutes. I don't know. The guy said that it went straight into the water. We heard a noise. I looked back and I only seen he had one pull. So unfortunately, he may have just lost a pull. But we will see if we can get it back along with some good fish. So we'll see what happens. Put you over this way so you can see all the pulls and if Austin manages to get that back or not. Hopefully he does. I'm actually going to extend these legs real quick. Make this thing a little more stable.
I got something heavy on there.
You could have that other pole. No, you think you got me.
We're actually going to lean this a little bit. Alrighty, let's see what happens.
I don't know where Cat's going, so I'm just going to let my valve go. He's going, my valve's wide open. Yeah, get there. It's good? We're not caught? No. Okay. Yeah, good fish, too.
Did catch a line, but
He could have that whole rod.
Imagine he has the fish that's on your line.
He could, that's what I'm saying.
try pulling over here.
What I'm going to do is go help him grab that other pole.
Cut this off. It's falling. Oh my God.
What's falling?
My reel. Oh God.
I think you got that other line. Is that white braid?
Look, that's my line right there.
That's my pole. Keep going, okay.
I don't know if I can.
Oh, it might be stuck.
That's my line. Right there. Get my line.
That is that pole too.
That's your end of your hook right there.
She's got it right here. It is a carp. I saw a plastic stomach over here. Yep.
There was a fish on mine or something got off.
I think you got a hook.
Come here. I got your line.
Okay, I'll
This is your hook right here.
How the fuck is it?
It must have came off. What happened? It came off.
You got a white line, right?
I got hooked over here. So I lost the fish.
Yes, but the fish is gone. I think the fish was on my pole. I don't know. Because my bait's gone. I can feel it coming out. I can feel it coming out the tail.
I don't want to keep pulling over this. I'm going to rip it off your line. Off your hand. Right in front of the dock is where I broke off on.
Yeah. Dude, that's where I've been casting, right there. You see that splash? So that fish dragged that fucker. I wish I would have got.
Okay, so I don't have the mic on, but unfortunately we pulled on Austin's line and he got tangled in it and it broke. So the pole is still out there, but we got the line out of the water, so it's a give and take right now. But the pole wasn't super expensive, so it's not a huge deal, but it's just unfortunate.
Golly. Keep it well. I'm going to try to keep them so I don't get caught in the net too much.
Come on, catfish. Ring my motherfucker.
What the?
Fine.
That's a big motherfucker.
Yeah.
Fine.
See how big this?
Slacking too, look at that.
That's what you was aiming for.
Yeah. Yeah. You gotta put
Yeah, that's a nice one.
big motherfucker.
That's
too.
a nice one.
Big ass carp.
Sheephead. It's a carp.
You said she big.
They look very similar though, I'll give you that.
They do. They do.
It's a carp.
They
That's
do.
a carp.
Super similar.
They do.
The
No, sheephead got
it's like
teeth,
it's like a different shape to the head,
Yeah,
really.
Yeah.
But
I fucking hate sheepheads, man. Maybe
Yeah.
Man, I think I got some shit. That's a good fucking.
You keep him? Nope. Don't bad. Oh, you just catch and release? Yes, sir. So that's a camera. Close. They gotta see how big he is.
yes, sir.
God.
Good picture.
You gotta wait. You gotta wait,
Yeah.
thing.
I ain't worried about the weight on this. Probably 4 or 5 pounds.
I really want to see the weight on this one. He gronking.
You ever hear them catfish bark sometimes?
Yeah, they gonna.
Here we go.
No, not bark. They be
I
like,
told you this is where I was going.
Yeah. Sometimes it sounds like they're just chewing on bricks or something.
oh my God. I think that's a carp.
I don't know. I think I might have lost it.
I'm bad. You got both of them?
I don't know. I think I lost mine.
He on something. You need net.
No, I think stuff like that.
Yeah, I lost mine.
What you was using? Worm?
Yeah, I had a worm on that one. Wow, that was a hit too.
I got some worms you can try. You want to try night crawler? Good. Doing that.
No, I think I'm gonna keep going with that garlic one. Honestly, I gotta use them up. And they were just hitting on it, so if I got any luck, they'll hit again. Wow, man, that was a bite. That was a good bite too.
How you hook that worm down?
Right over here.
So, that guy left these if you want the rest of these shrimp.
Alright guys, we are back. We got our night crawlers. We're here at the lake. We're going to see if we can catch any catfish in here. I'm going to try to aim out of these lilies because I don't want to get caught up in them. But I will go next to them and see if there's, you know, a catfish hiding down there. So we're going to throw the lines in, we'll get all set up and see what happens here. Let's get this set in a nice spot. Actually, maybe we'll put it over here. It is hot out here. I know it's only like 80 something, I think, maybe 90. But I'm sweating just standing here. It's warm out here for sure. I mean, I worked in this all day too, but I don't work outside. I work in a shop, a machine shop, and they do not have air conditioning, so it does get very hot in there. Pretty much whatever the temperature is at least 10 degrees. 70, it's actually 80. But I did not have the sun beating down on me, obviously, all day while I was working. Let's get our bait. I did go with the garlic worms again. I got faith in it. The first time I used them, we caught at least 2 or 3 fish, decent fish on them. So I got some good faith in these things, even though they stink. But catfishing, so that is kind of the point. With catfishing, the stinkier, the nastier, usually the better for them. They like it more. Alright, here's rod number 1. I don't have any subscribers yet, so y'all haven't probably asked, or maybe you just noticed anyway. This is an Ozark Trail grit stick. Actually, the first time I used it, it was a combo, and the reel broke on me the first time I used it. So I ended up replacing it with a Cast King 5000 series. It's a Cast King Spartacus 2. So that's this setup. This pole here is a Berkeley, I remember, Berkeley Big Game, 7 foot, with a Sienna 4000 reel. So this one's a little smaller, a little less, just a little smaller than the other one, I guess is what I'm trying to say. This thing is almost all here. Alright, got our eyelets even. Got hooks on both. We'll put a worm on each and that did go a little more far right than I wanted, but we should be okay. The only concern I have today with the catfishing situation, I'm not sure how big the catfish that are in here actually are. So there's 2 things. A, I have a 6-ounce weight on here. If it's a small catfish, it might not really, you might not see much action from the top of the pole. Also, if the catfish are small, hopefully they'll have a big enough mouth to eat the bait with the hook. I think we should be okay. don't get small ones, I'm fine with that. I don't, fish is a fish, but when you're catfishing, I mean, you want to catch at least a 5-pound fish. I mean, if not bigger, you're right. Both the lines are in. I might fall on that sometime today. I'm gonna put the cap back on the bait before they all fall over the side and become part of this lake. Like I was saying, it did say the weather was iffy and it might chase us. I'm gonna actually check right now. See what it's saying, because it wasn't looking too good last time I looked at it, which was right when I got out of work around 3 o'clock, and it's 4:05. But the clouds don't look too bad, and the sun is still burning me. So I don't know how much weather we're actually going to get. It might, pass us. So it looks like what is coming, or what was coming to hit us around 4 or 5 o'clock-ish might not hit us anymore, but it's still showing radar for like 7 o'clock, which is fine. I don't think I'll be here around 7 o'clock, but there's a bunch of little holes all around here. This lake is called Newburgh Lake. I've never live bait fished here before, which is why I wanted to come here today. I thought about buying shrimp. Didn't really want to spend the $10 on the bag, and decided, well, hey, what? We've never live bait fished here at all. Why don't we grab a box of worms that is, I don't know, it's like $3.50 maybe or something. We'll go drop those in, see if we can catch anything on that. And if we do or don't, or even either way, I would still like to end up coming back here and testing around probably a couple other baits just to see what works, what you can pull out of here. I'd like to fish here a little more often and know a little bit more about this lake. It's one of probably the biggest lakes within 15 minutes, 20 minutes of me. The next lake after this would probably be more like Belleville, which is good. But I fish Belleville a lot, just like in the other videos. I fish Point Moulet a lot. I am trying to open up my spots to see where it could be better for me. As long as there's a little bit of room and I can get my lines through, I'll put the pole in anywhere and see what happens. So it's 4:10 right now. I think I started about 4:35-ish, about 25 minutes. Pick up the poles. If we haven't caught nothing, we'll head down that way. Show you guys the end of this little island here. I guess it's not really an island, it's just, it cuts into the middle of the lake. But we'll maybe go show you guys that. For anybody who lives around Newburgh Lake, you would know exactly where I'm at and exactly what I'm talking about. You probably come here all the time yourself. If not, you've definitely probably been here at least once. If not, come out here. It's a nice way to spend your day. Relaxing, talking to you guys, seeing if we can catch any catfish here. So come check it out. Come sit out here. Come hang out with some friends. They got picnic tables and stuff. I know there's catfish in here. I just don't know their size and don't know how good the population even is. This spot could be more of a lucky spot. Catch the fish. Might be a lucky fish. That bug came swarming right at my ear. I really got a feeling we'll be moving soon. Having a rough time feeling out the spot right now. Actually, when I came in on that cast, I hit kind of hard. I never saw any bait fly off. But you never know. If the fish are super small in here, it could be nibbling at my bait, taking it off the hook, but not biting the whole hook. So that's another thing we have to watch on, because we just let them take our bait every time, which honestly, keeping watch can help, but like I said, if you're just biting the side of your hook, you're not going to see much, and your bait might be gone anyway. We'll probably be moving. The only thing is I can't promise myself that we're not still going to deal with that. But you won't know unless you move and check out the other spot. God, there was so much grass on there. It had so much weight that it could have been a fish. Bright side is, well, that's not the bright side. The bright side is that we still have our bait, but it did come off a little bit, so we'll fix that real quick. Just like that everywhere else, for one big reason. Newburgh Lake, I forgot what they call this lake for a reason, but there's no boats, no engines, no gasoline, no oil, no trolling motors. You can come out here with a kayak, a paddleboard, things like that. No motor, nothing. So they want to keep this lake clean as possible, I believe, because I think they get a water source from it for the city or something. So this line was way more left of all the pads and lily pads and whatnot. We're going to reel it in and see if we have the same exact problem a little left toward the open spot that we did, where you could probably guess there's weeds. shouldn't snap on this stuff. I don't remember if I told you guys or not. Right now I currently have 65-pound braid on both poles that I showed you. Berkeley and the Ozark Trail grip stick. Both have the same color 65-pound braid. I bought the braid to match the grip stick with the light blue combination. The white, all that kind of matched color-wise really well. Okay, one more bait. That can very well be from the weeds. Shuffle over down that way here in just a moment and see if that spot is going to be any better in regard to grass and fish. But I always have worries when I come here. I see people catch fish here. I have caught fish here. So I do know they're in here. I caught a bass out of here. I didn't catch a catfish out of here. But I do know they're in here. Where are they hiding at? That's the question. All right, it's time for a move. We're gonna go check out the rest of this place and see if it's just as weed like down here, or hopefully it's cleaner. Like I said though, I don't have much hope, only for the fact that this lake has zero boat access and things like that. But we have to try it. We have to see if we can catch a fish on seeing some of these garlic worms. Alright, we're gonna set you guys on the table for a moment. That kind of scared me. I thought that was gonna fall. I might have to kick some geese out. Alright, from what I can see, it's going to be the same way. There is a few more little holes over here that we can walk to real quick, but I think that's probably going to end up being where we throw. It just looks no different really everywhere else. I mean, some spots even like this kind of almost look worse. You guys probably can't really see into the water through the camera, but I can see the weeds there. But we're not going to give up. So since we're not going to give up, we're going to take this spot because I think it looks the nicest out of what we just checked out, even including the fact of disregarding the spot we were just at. So these are Canadian geese. Kind of hate these things, but have to deal with them. They're not really too bad, honestly, unless they're in packs or with little babies. Okay, so this doesn't look like it's gonna want to cooperate super easily. we might have to come put something on it. Short legs. That line's in. Still haven't seen a movement yet. We're gonna bait up the other line and get it out. We got a nice big worm on this one right here. We're gonna go throw her in on the right side and sit around and see what happens. Gosh, it is still super hot, but not as hot as it could be. This time next week, actually this time earlier next week, Monday, Tuesday-ish, will be 95, 98. So it's going to be pretty warm, especially the end of the weekend. Just don't have too much time today to fish with the rain. I don't want to be out late either because I do gotta work in the morning. With the heat though, I was telling you guys about, I had some vacation days coming up, or vacation days I could use anyway, and I figured what better time to use vacation days than on these super hot days when you don't want to have to sit boiling in one spot for 8+ hours. So what I'm going to do then is we're gonna go catfishing again. For that, we're not coming here. We will probably go back to point at least for one of those nights because I can fish Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night, and Monday night if I want to. But I'll probably fish 2 of the nights and see what we can catch, you know, at point. I've never gone to point on a Monday night, or even honestly, well, okay, we went once on a Sunday night. Never been on a Monday night. Do think that would be kind of interesting because I think we would have a lot of space. I don't think there'd be really anybody there. I could be wrong, but with it being a Monday night, super hot, people are probably already out during the day, they don't want to be out any longer. I feel like we'll have some room, I think. Hope. If we have some room, we can legally throw 3 poles out in Michigan. I only have 2 and fish a lot with friends and other people and stuff. What is on my little bug? But I fish a lot with people and whatnot, so usually we don't have room for any more than 2 poles a piece tops, especially when there's a lot of people there. So 2 poles has worked good for me right now, but with the 3 situation, I could probably talk Sam into letting me use one of her catfish poles to make for 3 poles. My other wonder is if it's super warm and maybe they're looking for more like a shaded area, so they're not going to come hit this, but I don't know. I feel like a lot of times you start trying to guesstimate what's going to happen and all that. And don't get me wrong, you do have to kind of read the area and read stuff like that. I'm trying to figure out if it looks like a good spot, you're going to catch a fish, this and that. But we don't know where to go on this lake, really, other than the dam that we already tried, but there was full of people, so we may have to try that spot a different day. Maybe also we'll try that spot if we have the opportunity. This time we bring shrimp. I want to bring shrimp, and I want to bring one other bait that I don't want to tell you guys yet, but everybody's used it as bait. Big fish, small fish, it should work. If they're biting, they should eat it. And honestly, I can't wait for that video. Hopefully I get to prove Newburgh Lake wrong when it comes to catfishing. If we get proved wrong, then, like I said, we will come back with shrimp and one other bait. But if we don't catch nothing today here using the worms, and if we don't catch anything when we come back with shrimp in the unknown bait, then we probably won't try to catfish here again. Wow, that was loud. Alright. But yeah, if we don't catch anything off this bait and the other two, then we probably won't try to catfish here anymore. Now, don't think there's no fish in here, because there is. I've caught some bass out of here. I've seen a lot of people catch bass out of here. Go on Fish Brain, people catch bass out of here all the time. If that's something you're interested in, you might be able to come back here and do that. Now, to me personally, there's probably other places to catch bass that are better than here. I usually catch more fish. I usually catch more bass out of any lake than this one, but that's kind of why I like to come fish it, is because it gives you that challenge that the fish are in here. They're just not biting as much as other lakes. Why? I'm not sure. Could be time of year fishing, but since it's really warm right now, it should be a really good time to at least topwater fish here. I don't know, with a frog or a rat, spider. They make other topwaters. It's getting me all dirty. But yeah, if you want to bass fish and live around here, it's worth a shot. Try it. If you have the opportunity to go to a different lake, go. I wish I would have saw that plane, because now that I think about it, that is either, it could be, okay, I'm not 100%, but it seems like it was going a little fast just to be an airliner, you know, like a Delta airplane or Spirit or whatever. That might have been like a Air Force jet, or even the Blue Angels. I don't know if you guys don't know about the Blue Angels. I'm pretty sure they're retired Air Force vehicles that they use to do air shows and things like that with. They're actually super cool, but I'm not sure if that's what that was. That's why I'm trying to get. So I don't know if you guys can see it. There's a little beaver actually right there with the water's moving, just eating at the top of the water. Also, to prove to you that there's fish in here, I just saw a bluegill swimming right in here. Where were they? Well, there's some bluegill swimming. I don't know if you can see them right there. They're not even moving anymore. They're just sitting there. Oh, there's one right there. So yeah, they're in here. You can definitely catch some bluegill. Definitely catch bass, but so far I don't know about catching a decent sized catfish out of here. If you have fished out of Newburgh Lake in Michigan before, comment below and let me know if you have ever caught a catfish alone, let alone let me know what it weighed, if you know, because I am very curious on that. I would like to know if people are catching catfish out of here constantly, and not only if they are, but what size you can get. Because if there's catfish in here, which there should be, I may just be using too big of hooks and and all that stuff. It just might not be working out. But maybe they want a different bait, so we'll probably try it one more time, but I'll probably end the video here. Like and subscribe, and we'll come back another time and see if we can use shrimp and a miscellaneous bait that I am not going to tell you guys till that video. See if we can get them to bite on that, because they're just not biting here today. So like and subscribe.